Hello, brothers and sisters. Hey, thanks for joining. For years, Democrats have been telling us that there was no need for voter ID because minorities just don't have voter ID. Minorities can't get driver's licenses. They can't get utility bills. It's too hard. They can't get over there with these things. And so it's suppressing the vote by making people have ID. And this is nonsense. This is racism. If Democrats really believe this is infantilizing minorities, and it's definitely racism. I don't know a black or brown or Asian person who doesn't have an ID if they want one. Almost everyone in America can drive, so almost everybody has a driver's license. And it's not that hard to get. Everyone knows how to get them. I've even heard where they said, oh, but these minorities, they don't really know how to use the internet. Nonsense. If you're an American citizen and you've been through the American education system, I guarantee that you know how to use the internet and you can get an ID if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't need to vote, is the way I see it. And then the other part of it is that an ID in general doesn't prove you're a US citizen. It's not used for that. It's just to prove that you are who you say you are on the voter rolls. What I've always said is this is really so that Democrats can more easily commit fraud during voting. It's really hard to prove somebody committed fraud if they never had to show you ID when they came in to vote. But again, we keep being told over and over that this never happens and it's such a small problem, it's no big deal. Well, let's watch this Minnesota legislature hearing that happened this week on this very subject. And you tell me what you think. Is this a problem? Let's watch it. It's only about a minute and a half long.
Okay, so the answer to my question is yes. Under that scenario, someone could, they get their driver's license, again, because we give them to anybody here. They register to vote. It doesn't match with the social security number, so they're flagged, but they come in as long as they have an ID, which is that driver's license, and they sign that they're, eligible to vote, they can vote.
So we give driver's license to just anyone. So that would include illegal aliens. And all they've got to do is come in and say that they're eligible to vote. It's the honor system in Minnesota, and they can vote. And we saw this happen during the 2024 election where a Chinese national went and voted in Michigan and then admitted that he did it afterwards because he was a little worried about it. And there was no way to pull his ballot out because it's an anonymous system. So his vote was counted. So how many more of these are there?
And they're then no longer flagged. They're on the system. Is that correct?
Mr. Linnell.
Madam Chair, if I could add and maybe stepping back from those that are flagged as CID on the roster, for anyone that's presenting documentation to register to vote, that is affirmation of their identity. The driver's license has not been used as proof of citizenship for the purposes of registering to vote. It's affirming that they are who they say they are. So
Right.
In any of these cases where someone were to cast a ballot if they were ineligible to vote, there are also reports that are generated post-election for voters that are challenged that counties will run to show status of voters that had been updated due to the fact that they've now cast a ballot that can be reviewed and referred to the county attorney.
So they can be reviewed to the county attorney, but if these are Democrat-controlled precincts, are they sent to the attorney? This, my friends, is how the Democrats steal elections. One of the ways. In my view, there's really three loopholes. One is this. You just say you're a citizen and that counts, and then maybe we'll come after you on the back end and try to get you, which we know that they don't come after these people very often. And so those votes counted, all these illegal aliens are voting, just saying they're a citizen. It's the honor system. The other way is not requiring ID. It looks like Minnesota may require ID, but you know what? We give ID to everybody, even illegal aliens. And then the third way is mail-in ballots. And so between these three ways, this is how Democrats have been stealing elections for the last few years, 100%. And really, there's a fourth piece to it. With these open borders, they've been importing all of these voters from overseas and educating them on how to play the system. 100%, that's what I feel. Especially with the mail-in ballot method is how Biden won the election because so many illegals voted for Biden or so many fake ballots were allowed in. There's a massive discrepancy of somewhere on the order of 10, 12 million ballots more in that election than were in the previous one or the next one. Nobody's ever been able to explain where those ballots came from and where they went. And it was just ballot stuffing by the Democrats. I fully believe Trump won all 3 elections. There's enough out there that make me go, So let's watch till the very end and let's see what they say. But I think we've seen the meat and potatoes of this one, folks.
Okay, so the answer is yes to my question.
Yeah. So the answer was yes to her question. So 100% in Minnesota, all you have to do is show your state issued driver's license, which we give to anyone. You heard them say it. And then it's on the honor system. As long as you say you're a U.S. citizen, you can go vote. Does that sound like a good idea? It doesn't to me. It's things like this that make me want to get rid of all mail-in ballots, except potentially for maybe military and other government employees. And I want to get rid of the electronic voting machines. I want paper ballots. We used to do it that way not that long ago. Some places still do it that way. That would solve a lot of these problems. You wouldn't have California taking a week or more to count the ballots because of all the mail-ins after the fact. And we all know people were counting ballots that came in after the deadline illegally or ones that weren't signed. There's a lot of mail-in ballot fraud, 100%. That's why a lot of countries don't allow mail-ins except for expatriates or don't allow them at all. So Minnesota, they just admitted that anyone can vote, pretty much. You just say that you want to vote and they let you vote in Minnesota. That's what I just heard. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if this is right. Do you agree this is how it should be? I say no. This is a way that Democrats are cheating the system. Let me know what I got wrong. If you like this, like and subscribe. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Thanks. Bye.